Morning, folks. Hope you had a lovely evening. Let's run through these markets super quickly. Got the Forex majors on here. As you saw from yesterday's video, we went long on the pound at the bottom. We've still got another position from up there. And we've just gone long on the euro, a second position, so I can add another green arrow there. So we're long on the euro and the pound, not huge amounts. But the reason for this is because the dollar index is approaching an area where it should turn around. There's the 200-day moving average. This line I drew back in August, and we followed it almost perfectly. We had two options, the red line or the green line. It was always likely for us to retrace back to the underside of this breakout zone and this order block and the 200-period moving average. We've got there now after a very, very steep rally, 13 days in a row. In fact, it was 14, very unusual. So we've got a chance of turning around here, notwithstanding the fact that we could poke up into that order block and to the underside of this upward sloping trend line to complete the breakout pullback trade perfectly. We can get rid of that red arrow now and postulate another potential path, something like this where we are currently, or perhaps a move up to the underside of that trend line and a move down. Be watching for this very carefully. I think we have a chance of turning around today. It is Friday after all, and maybe it's free fall Friday for the dollar. Over to stocks, big spike high on the NASDAQ and the S&P. S&P making a new all-time high, but not the NASDAQ, and the US 30 did too. For brevity's sake, let's look at the NASDAQ. We poked up to the underside of this rising wedge, as we should have done, rejected off the top, and it's also the 78.6% Fibonacci level of the move from that top down to this bottom. So really good rejection there, and with a bit of luck, this pre-market sort of pop-up will just reverse again today, and maybe a free fall Friday on stocks as well. I'm not banking on that. I'm not postulating that that's likely to be the case. It's just what I hope for, but I've got plans in place in case that doesn't work out. So we're short there. We got a short in Nvidia too. That came down nicely yesterday. Another little spike up and a couple of other trades which I don't want to go into now. Going across to Bitcoin, we're still trying to get through there. We've still got 70% of our long position. And with a bit of luck, actually today it might just burst through. It looks to me like this is going to go through. It's a very long-term channel. Some calling it a bull flag. I don't know about that. If it is a bull flag, we've got a long way to go. And we've got to get this flagpole length above us. That flagpole is from around about 40,000 to 70,000. So call that a $30,000 rally. We're currently trading just under 70. That would take us up to around about 100,000 to complete that pattern. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we are long. And if that works out, it'll be great. Still just butting up against there. The fact that we haven't pulled back dramatically means that this is really giving a good go. Going across to nat gas, oil and uranium. We're still holding here on nat gas. Looking at the Henry Hub futures price on my broker at Black Bull, there's that blob that I had drawn in on the 4-hour and the daily chart at this trend line, the Fibonacci level, and the 200-period moving average just below us. We were looking at this on the 4-hour chart yesterday, if you remember, and I said that's the area that we've got to turn. We've tried. We did something very similar to this previous drop down, rally, spike up, and then down again. So this has happened twice already before. We sort of dipped down, tried to rally, a couple of spike lows, then a spike high. Second thing, same time, a drop down, a bit of a rally, a spike high, and then a move down. Now this time we had the same thing, drop down, bit of a spike high, and then the move down. Now whether we'll just carry on dropping like the previous occasions or not, I don't know. Looks like we are trying to hold here. Looks much better on the daily chart, which is a better chart because it's longer term. Out of these last 10 candles, 9 of them have been bearish. So often the market will reverse after 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, etc. And now that we've had 9 down days, we're probably due for a bit of a pullback, just purely based on regular patterns that occur on charts. We need to get above the 50 and the 100-day moving averages, these ones above us, in order to get a wiggle on, and up above some of these order blocks. Let's have a look at the 4-hour chart for some more detail. And so for a start, we need to get above 2.41 and this 20-period moving average on the 4-hour. That's the short-term bearish momentum indicator. You can see we haven't closed above it for quite some time. But really, we want to get above the 200-period and the 50-period moving averages, the longer-term averages up here. That would be above 2.55, and that's been our key level for a pretty long time. On the day chart, you can see why. That's that block that you've seen many times on my chart right there. We tried to hold there previously. We didn't manage to do that. We need to get above there again. This level at 2.5 to 2.55 goes back a very, very long way, many, many years. So that's our goal for today, to get above 2.5. Let's see if we can do it. I'm not sure if we will, but let's hope for it. If we drop further down, we've got the 200 below us and this order block. We'd be looking at about 2.25, another key level that we've often spoken about. And then, of course, the $2 level way down below us. Let's hope we don't have to get there. We are in an uptrend. Remember that. We've got higher highs and higher lows. Even though it doesn't feel like it, this is a bullish trend. Still intact, still looking okay. We're still short on WTI. I'm not going to cover this again. I'll link yesterday's video on here too. And yesterday I closed my short trade on the dollar rand. After that spike low, I'll be looking to resell into this channel breakout area and the 200-day moving average. That would take us up to about 18.2 to 18.3 again. And I know that once we get above 18, that this level around here, the market's going to go all bullish again and the FOMO traders are going to get long. Be careful of this one. I think the direction's downwards. We're also long on the very droopy TLT. That's just lagging a bit. And we're long on the VEX. Going across to softs and grains, we're still short on cocoa. That's looking okay. Long on soya. Nice bounce yesterday. We're long on wheat. Fantastic move up from our entry point. We're short on orange juice. We've got nothing on coffee or corn right now. And yesterday we took a long on cotton at this very crucial and key area. This is one of the best looking trades, I think, bouncing off that swing up and down level. Pivotal level, very key. We bounce off it and we're moving up. The target for cotton is first of all around about 80 into this region here, and then much later back up to 100. Cotton's pretty cheap down here at 69. I've got one of my friends is a cotton farmer and he'll be very pleased if this market rallies too. And I think that's it, folks. Have a great trading day. It's Friday. Maybe it's Free Fall Friday. Maybe it's to the moon. I don't know. Have a great trading day. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.
Woke up this morning, market on my mind. Charts are telling stories, green and red they whine. Commodities, they joke and gold just ain't that kind. Gonna trade my blues away, rhythm hard to find. Dollar signs are flashing, screens are glowing bright. Forex pairs are dancing all through the night. Options and the futures game are twisting right. Gonna trade my sorrows in the first daylight. Buying low and selling high, chase the dream. Candle patterns showing what they don't quite see. Win some, lose some, riding on the strings. This roller coaster market ain't for the faint extreme. Bears and bulls are clashing in my open eyes. Crude oils are teasing while copper waves goodbye. Silver's up and down, can't shake away the lies. City lights are fading as the sun begins to rise.